Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. I have a stack of little books that I was actually given today. There's this place here where I live that sells books. Everybody that works there is a volunteer. So all the funds that are raised from selling books it goes to various charities. But they have these foreign language books and they find they can't sell them. And so they said I could take some. So I got myself a few little foreign language books, which, I mean, look at these covers. These are going to make fabulous journals. Like that one, oh my gosh, I can hardly wait to use that. The paper in here is really quite amazing as well. And they're German, which is even better. But because it's really hot here in the North Okanagan, I thought perhaps, almost ashamed to use any of those. So I do have a couple of other ones that I could use. This one I got in when I went to Montreal last year. That's in French. Or using mass market paperbacks are really good. What I was thinking is to do another little 10-minute make and see how many just pockets, not any decorating, because we're not going to get to decorating, we could make in 10 minutes. And I don't know, go big or go home, you know. I'm gonna get the book first because and not consider that part of the 10 minutes, because if you were going to do something like this, you would already have your book block. I mean, the assumption would be that you would have gutted a book to get the book block. Because that can take 10 minutes in and of itself. So let's not use our 10 minutes trying to get a book block out of a book. Sometimes they come out really easily and other times they don't. And this one is like fully, I've never seen that. That is glued to the spine at the bottom. Like fully glued to the spine at the bottom. Wow. Either that or I'm like going at it wrong. That's also a possibility. Yep. So now I have myself a beautiful little cover I can use for something else. And I will save the end pages for other things because they're blank and they make great pages just because blank pages. So I'll put these off to the side. Move that out of the way. Get my glue. And turn on my timer. again, reading a book. If anybody ever wants to know what I'm reading, let me know, and I can also do like a little book roundup in a month if anybody's interested in that. And all right, let's go. Let's see how many pages we can get done. So I'm just going to start just by pulling out a bunch of pages. I love the feel of this. It's got like almost soft. Try to do it so I don't wreck too much of it. That will be interesting to use. Book pages make great little pockets for in journals. You can do them two ways, and I'll do them up two different ways. So one way that you can do it. Now, if I could even up all the pages, but that's going to take extra time. So one way to deal with that raggy edge is just fold it over like so, and then glue it down kind of like a gusset. So we'll do that with some. One of the reasons that I'm doing this 10-minute make is to become a little bit more efficient. I tend to take a long time when I'm crafting. Like, I'm very slow and I'm kind of methodical, but also I belabor the point, so to speak. Like, I overthink what I'm doing. I kind of test out, like, if I'm putting fussy cuts on things, I think about every single thing and where it's going to go, and I take forever, absolutely forever doing things. So I'm trying to get a little bit faster about it, partly so I don't bore you guys when I'm filming, and partly just so that I can do things with more efficiency. So that's one way to do it, is to do that fold on the long side of the page, so the way that the page goes. The other way to do it is to fold up a small bit and then fold it up like so, and that's backwards. Fold up a small bit and fold it up like so, so that you would want your writing to be right way up. So you're going to fold it wrong way, and then it goes the right way. And doing it this way, you've got a ragged edge on one side, but don't worry about that too much. You can either cover that up or trim it off later. And don't worry about how high you make this. So you could make it so that it's a really deep pocket, like so. Or a shallow pocket, like so. And if you have your page upside down when you're folding that little gusset, then they will all go, then all your writing will go right way up. Probably not as important if you're using a foreign language, But if you're using, oh, I hope that's not a swear word. Looks like it might be. So then we can glue our gussets down. One of the things that I've learned from watching like Roxy Creations, Tim Holtz, any of those, is when you're doing mass make, if you do all of one activity at the same time, it makes things go faster. So all your folding together, all your gluing together, that way you're not taking your pin out, putting it back in, taking your pin out, putting it back in. You're just doing like repetitive like with like. And that's not my idea. Like, definitely not my idea. I have about 3 minutes left. So hopefully we can get these made into pockets and not just. These are actually not pockets at all. They're just long lines. Well, that's not very even. This seems really narrow, but don't worry about it, because the intention with these thinner ones like this is then you would fold it like so and wrap it around the bottom edge of a journal page. And I'm actually not going to fold those in half until later. Because conceivably, with these long ones, you don't have to fold them in half. You could actually fold them like so and make one side bigger than the other, and determine how you want it to go when it goes in your journal. The point of something like this is to have a whole bunch of blank ones prepped and ready to go for when you're doing journaling. That would go better if I folded it. I think I'm gonna need to put more glue in my glue bottle soon. I might get through all of these. That would be cool. Oh, not quite, not quite. So, 3 short of gluing all of those. Now, we didn't decorate them, but we have a stack now in 10 minutes of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pockets ready to decorate and put into journals. So when you're decorating them, you can leave them exactly as they are. You can pull out your scrap basket and you can like take and add like little bits and pieces on edges of them. You can put fussy cuts on them to glamour them up a little bit, all kinds of stuff. So they're all ready to go. Just leave them in a little box somewhere, and then you've got a whole bunch that are blank canvases, and you can use them in any journal. You can take these and glue them on the edge of a journal page. So pulling out my unfinished, working on it, Creep on June journal. If you wanted an extra pocket, you could easily put that on a blank page like this and glue it. So you could glue it here and here and at the bottom and have a pocket here and here. You could glue it along here and here and have it as a tuck spot. You could take this as a big tall one and you could put it around here so you had a little thin one around here and on this side as well, which I really like that. Yeah, I really, really like that. So I'm going to use one of the smaller ones, and I'm going to, I know this isn't part of the 10 minutes, but it will give you a bit of an idea of what you can do. I'm also going to take and put this, a little gusset at the top here, like so. Try to get that out of the way. Fold that in half. Now this does not give you a little a notch on the pocket here, but you could easily come in and put a little thumb notch, little thumb notch, a thumb notch, and a thumb notch, and pardon my arm. Because I've been inking everything in the Creep on June journal, I'm just going to add a little bit of ink around the edges, which you don't have to do at all. You can see how well and truly even I got that. And ink on my thumb holes there. So this will be really thin, like a really tiny little pocket. You could put that all the way to the bottom. You could put it so it floats a little bit up. Completely up to you. Now, I kind of like to put a little line of glue where that fold is when I'm doing the pockets that go around the edge. The other thing that you can do is you can do it one of two ways. I'm gonna just even that up a little bit. You can put glue all the way along the outer edge so that you've got a tall, skinny pocket. So this becomes a pocket like so. Then this is open. You could leave that open like that so that it kind of comes like so. And then it's open here and you've got one larger pocket. Or you can glue it just along the bottom edge here and have it this as a tuck spot. But I'm also going to glue it along this line here. And hopefully I'm still on frame. I need to clean my desk and it's so hot I don't want to do anything. I came from the coast of BC, and living in Victoria, I kind of got used to summers where if it got above 26, you thought, oh my gosh, it's so hot. It's been 36 the last like 3 days, 4 days. It's like, oh, right, I remember summers are like killer hot. So that would give you an idea of something that you can do with one of those little page pockets. And then this is upside down here. This one's right side up. This is upside down. So you can cover this and this side if you wanted to. You could put like a little bit of paper on there, which I will probably do off camera because that's been way more than 10 minutes. But that will give you an idea of what you can do with those page pockets. That's how these would look. And then if you used these, it would look more like that in a journal. So again, you could put those like up or down. You could put them on pattern page like so, but that will give you an idea of what you can do with these. And then if you have, like I said, if you've got these prepped and ready to go, you could put whatever you wanted on them and use them in any journal. And until next time, have a lovely crafty day, and I hope you stay cool and avoid the heat and any excessive amounts of water and anything else that's happening out there. Until next time, have a lovely crafty day. Bye.